Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wrestling Takes, and today I'm here to discuss what went wrong with the Wyatt Six. Now, where do we even begin with this? Because what a debut the Wyatt Six had. I mean, it was Monday Night Raw, and we just cut backstage, and everyone was laying out wounded. We thought they were killed, in all honesty. There was blood pouring out of their heads. Chad Gable was on the floor. I personally thought Gunther was on the floor too, but I guess it must have just been a lookalike. One of the crew members looked like Gunther or something. But yeah, honestly, what a debut for the Wyatt Six. One of the best debuts in recent time, actually. And the fan support for this faction was through the roof. I mean, we just had the Bray Wyatt documentary. Really emotional, obviously, with Bo Dallas. Um, Obviously, who is Uncle Howdy. And yeah, it was obviously the passing of Bray Wyatt in 2022. And obviously his, well, 2023, I should say. Um, the fan support was at an all-time high, and obviously it's not great that that is what gets you your support. But if you can utilize it at the end of the day, WWE is a business, and they will try and squeeze every last dollar they can. And honestly, the Wyatt Six people, there was an appetite for it. People wanted to see Bo Dallas and Eric Rowan, the friends and family of Bray Wyatt do really well because Bray Wyatt was honestly one of the greatest of all time, especially from a creative standpoint in terms of his character work and everything. People really did love Bray Wyatt, including me. I mean, growing up in the 2014 to 2015 kind of times, Bray Wyatt was so good. I remember his feud with John Cena when that kid just turned up. That'll always be in my mind. His match with Cena, his match with The Undertaker. Incredible talent, Bray Wyatt. Obviously multiple time world champion. His work as The Fiend as well. So yeah, people expected big things from this. I mean, and it got up to pretty much the perfect start. And it seems to me like WWE, when someone debuts or returns, they like to throw them into a feud with Chad Gable. I mean, Uncle Howdy, the Wyatt Six, and now Penta, obviously, he's just been thrown into his first match with Chad Gable being victorious. And it just really does show how good Chad Gable is. I'm going to make a separate video on this, actually, because I think Chad Gable deserves a lot better than he's been given right now. I think he's one of the best in WWE, especially from an in-ring standpoint. I love Chad Gable. He's funny. He's got the look. He's got the charisma. He's got the mic skills. He's got the in-ring skills. I mean, what more does Chad Gable need to do? I do think he should be the United States champion. I know he's on the wrong brand for that, but it would suit him so well. American-made US champion. But like I said, that's a topic for another day, another video. Today is about the Wyatt Six. And like I said, cast our minds back. Monday Night Raw, they'd just taken them out. The fan appetite for this was at an all-time high, and obviously they'd taken out Chad Gable backstage, which was a big indicator that that was going to be their first feud for the Wyatt Six. We didn't know initially who everyone was. There was a lot of leaks. There was that picture, wasn't there? I believe it like In-N-Out Burger, some American fast food chain anyway, with all the Wyatt Six after the show without the gear on, and a lot of people were going mad. But at the end of the day, they're all human beings. They probably wanted to celebrate, so you can't really criticize them, can you? But that did kind of spoil who was under the masks, I suppose. But honestly, the masks were scary. Their attires, their gear, it looks really good in my opinion. It kind of reminds me of that one Marvel series on Disney Plus from a year or two ago, Moon Knight, with all the ancient Egyptian weird like relics and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's just me that sees that, but especially like Dexter Loomis's big mask thing. It's just weird, isn't it? But it's scary, and that's exactly what the group should be. And yeah, I think the American made, Chad Gable, the Creed brothers, was the perfect first feud. I think that all went pretty well. The first matches, I mean, Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy, they all did pretty well in my opinion from an in-ring standpoint in that match against American Made, the tag team match. But once that feud was over, obviously the Wyatt Six came out on top. It was kind of like, what's next? There was a lot of weird vignettes and video packages for months, wasn't there? The White Rabbits and everything, and they're all really cool. Just memories, flashbacks to what Bray Wyatt used to be like. That supernatural element that really the Undertaker and Kane, in my opinion, mastered that. Bray Wyatt took it to another level, and I think there's now space for somebody else to kind of take that mantle, and hopefully that is Uncle Howdy. Because, like I said, it'd be really nice to see him succeed. I mean, when he first debuted, I was thinking world champion. I was thinking he could face Cody at Mania, but honestly, if I thought that now, I'd be labelled a fool, and rightly so, because all momentum that the Wyatt Six may have had at one point, in my opinion, now has been crushed. It's just gone. I don't know what they've done with the Wyatt Six, but I've got no interest in them anymore, and I'm not sure many people do. Most, not really because of them. It's like, what are they doing? What's the creative direction here? And I don't think WWE themselves know. I think it is hard to book these supernatural characters. I mean, remember back to Seth Rollins versus The Fiend. That nearly ruined Seth's career and The Fiend, Bray Wyatt's career, because it is tricky to book these kind of things. I mean, remember Randy Orton versus The Fiend with Alexa Bliss and all the weird shenanigans going on. It is quite hard to book when there's supernatural beings involved, you know, with powers and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, they do need to knuckle down on what the direction for the Wyatt Six actually is. Because the next feud that they had after American Made, and honestly, that feud, no complaints from me. But the next they went after the Miz, didn't they? And the Miz joined the Final Testament, and I think this has all just been a bit rushed. The Miz turning heel on R-Truth, going straight in with Karrion Kross in the Final Testament. I know the Miz has always been a bit of a coward, hasn't he? You know, like hiding behind people. I love the Miz personally, by the way, as a character. I think he's really good. But you know, like hiding behind people and stuff like that. But I don't know whether it's him. I don't know whether teaming up with a group like Karrion Kross is really what the Miz is all about. He's too much like of a show off, you know. He's like got the looks and the big house and everything. I don't know whether teaming up with a supernatural group is really something that we expected from the Miz and even want from the Miz. I'm not sure I do, in all honesty. And I'll tell you one of the problems I had with this Final Testament versus Wyatt Six feud. The groups were just too similar. They're both trying to do the same thing, in my opinion, which is fill that void that has been left by Bray Wyatt, Kane, and The Undertaker not being in WWE anymore, of the supernatural being, the supernatural group, you could say. Because we don't have that, really. We do. Uncle Howdy's there, Karrion Kross is there, but none of them are really that popular at this moment in time. And I tell you what, Karrion Kross has really impressed me in this feud. To me, he's been the star of this whole thing. I mean, just this past Monday on Raw, when he appeared behind Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins after their little promo, and he was saying he's going to go after them and CM Punk, I'm thinking, is there a little team coming here for Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre? I know they had their problems a couple of years back, but I've never been the biggest Karrion Kross fan, but he's impressed me in this feud. He really has, and a lot of people have bigged him up, and I've not really bought into the hype, but I'm starting to get on the Karrion Kross hype train. I really am. I think he's doing pretty well in this feud. But like I say, more to the point, they're just too similar to the Wyatt Six. I know they've got two big men, AOP, and Paul Ellering's there as the old bloke, and Scarlett's there, who looks nothing like the woman from Wyatt Six, who I can't even remember her name, Nikki Cross. I can't remember what her Whitey name is, but yeah, the groups are just trying to achieve the same thing, in my opinion. I don't think there's space for two groups doing that. Maybe just merge them into one big happy family under Karrion Kross or Uncle Howdy. I don't know. But obviously Uncle Howdy got beat, didn't he, by Karrion Kross? And when that happened, it's kind of like, you know, he's served his purpose now, hasn't he? Like, now he's lost. He's not really believable anymore. He's supposed to be this unstoppable monster, and you've already had him lose in his second feud. I don't know about that one. And you look around at the Raw roster, and even there's rumours, I think, that they've headed to SmackDown. I don't know whether that's been made official, because we haven't seen the Wyatt Six in quite some time, a number of weeks, and Karrion Kross is claiming that he was the man to end them. I mean, are they not going to come for revenge? That seems like something that they would do. I honestly don't know. Maybe a feud of the Judgment Day could have worked. Again, maybe they're too similar there. Although the Judgment Day are not really as dark, are they? But I don't know what's next for the Wyatt Six, and I really want you guys to let me know in the comments, because if have they gone to SmackDown? I'm not sure whether that's official. If so, just look at that SmackDown roster. Who could they feud with over there? I really do not know. And I don't think WWE know if they're going to be honest about the situation, which obviously they never admit to a lack of creative direction for a talent as big as the Wyatt Six. But it really is a shame, because we all were rooting for Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas. Maybe the players to just unmask him and have Bo Dallas go on another run. Maybe having rejoined the Miz. They have some history, don't they? But yeah, I don't know. What went wrong with the Wyatt Six? Do let me know in the comments what you think. Where do you think this whole thing went off track? Because to me, it was after the American Made feud. I don't think they knew what to do after that. Or am I just being too harsh? Are you guys still bought into this Wyatt Six story? Maybe the majority of people are. Maybe it's just me being a whiny English bitch, because we are critical over here. But I like being critical. I'm a paying customer for WWE, so I have the right to complain. But hey, there's a lot of good things going on right now, isn't there, in the world of wrestling? Not just WWE, TNA, AEW. I know Joe Hendry just won the world title off from Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth. So I've got a feeling they're going to show up at the Rumble. Maybe Uncle Howdy returns at the Rumble and it's all happy days, and eliminates someone and goes into a feud at WrestleMania. But at this moment in time, I'd be shocked if he makes it onto the WrestleMania card, yet alone even a pay-per-view card, because he hasn't even done that yet, and I'm not sure there's an appetite for it anymore because we just haven't seen enough of them do anything interesting, really, have we? Again, maybe I'm just being harsh. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. That's gonna do it for today because I'm rambling here. I'm going off track, but I like talking wrestling, and I hope you like listening wrestling and talking wrestling in the comments as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. I will respond to every comment. Do leave a like if you've enjoyed, and I'm afraid I've got some bad news. This video is about to end. See ya.